Okay. All right. Okay, all right. Let's get the sound. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody out there. Crystal Palace 3-3 against Bournemouth. Though I would support Bournemouth if Crystal Palace went around because Bournemouth has like 10,000 seats. So hello, everybody, right now. Hello, Living for Today is back. Joodles, thrilling finale to the Palace match. Hard luck today. Okay, that's brilliant. Sorry about that. Who are Bournemouth supporters? Julian is here. Dame Claire is here, or as we used to just call her, Claire. Joe Sanders is here. Living for Today is here. We've got 24 viewers already. It's Saturday. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer live stream. We've got our producer here if we need him. And we got some important things to talk about. Let me make sure that my stream. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I think you can. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is anybody noticing them? Can you see? Yes, you look gorgeous. All right, thank you. Can you hear me? How is the sound? Is the sound okay? Is the sound okay? This is good news. First of all, Bournemouth could have been number one. They could have been number one in the league, but they're not. They're not number one. And I was just asked, what about Crystal Palace? Isn't it great? Crystal Palace is just happy not to be relegated. And now Crystal Palace is in what place? In 8th place with 13 points. So that's like brilliant. Mike Ryan is here. Shalom, shalom, Javier. That means hello, my friend, which is, I think, pretty good. The sound is perfect. Thank you, Claire. Jedster is here. Paul Manning is here. Okay, the numbers are rising. I had a little bit of a debate today whether I was getting a bit too gloomy, whether I was too depressed, too worried, whether I was bringing us down, or maybe that's just what I am. I can't be any other way. Now, maybe I can. Maybe I can pretend to be, oh my God, things are so amazing. And maybe if I did a bit of research into happy times, but there are no happy times right now. There might be happy times. The only happy thought is that Donald Trump is our president. And when I say our, I mean Britain's president, because there's no president in Britain. So if you want to make him your president, you can make him your president. The fact is our prime minister does not represent us. Not even us. I can't even vote. So what the hell am I talking? Why am I even talking like this? I should not be talking like this. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. It's your business. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about it. Just be yourself, Lewis. That's why we're here. Thank you. But it's like every situation. They say, put on a happy face. I'll put on a happy face. Neither me, Jeds, this is what Judel says, but if the linesman hadn't called it, VAR wouldn't have given it, according to the lads in the studio. Okay, so there was a penalty, and Mateta had 3 goals. So, with that, you know what it means. It means he's going to be given £50 million next year. And we're not going to have him. Crystal Palace. Thank you, Julian, for saying my hair looks... It is what it is. I haven't washed it in 2 years. That means as in put soap in my hair. Maybe it's longer than 2 years. Can you tell that it's got a layer of grease on it? I think. A layer of grease. So that's Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is my team. You got to have a team, and I have a team, and I think I like my team. It's never won a single thing. It hasn't even come close to winning. But when Crystal Palace wins, everyone will be happy. And that's what I'm hoping for myself. Living for Today says, here, you're human, you struggle, we all struggle. That's why it's important we connect with one another. That's right. That's why. But I've always been miserable. And now you're saying, well, why is this misery different than any of the misery? It's just when you feel, you move to a place and Britain has been an excellent home to me. Okay. It hasn't made me a star, but it's been a good home. And now when they say Jews can't go to a football game because it might offend some other immigrant population, that's wrong. You say that about Crystal Palace, yet my team has barely managed to get out of the Isthmian League. What is your team? Dulwich? That's the Isthmian League team, I think. I think that's what it is. The Isthmus League. It was a home game. Yeah, it was a home game. That's what's good about draws. It was a 3-3 draw. And what's good about a draw is that the home team, 2/3 of the time, is happy. Let's say 1/3 they win, 1/3 they draw, and 1/3 they lose. That means 2/3 of the time there may not be rioting going on. Okay, so Ruben is here. A happy talking. Talk about things you like to do. You don't have to dream. Then we don't have a dream. How are you going to make a dream come true? Happy talky. Happy talk. Happy talk. Okay, Ruben, I'll have to think about that. Gnome Hunter says, it's Dover Athletic FC, the greatest there ever was, is, and will be. Well, you know what? Every team has a lower division team. Every fan has a lower division fan and a Premier League fan. That's what's great about Britain. Like my Premier League team is Crystal Palace, but my lower division team is also Crystal Palace because they go down too. Can you sing that, Lewis? I can't. I don't know how I can sing that. Happy talk. Happy talky. Happy talk about the things you like to do. You know who would sing that? Probably know it quite well. Is Chinese Elvis. Anyway, so today is Saturday. Thank you, Jules, for telling me to do that. Today is Saturday. It's the 18th of October, 2025. This is the 130th show in a row. Can you believe that? That's 4 months of shows. That's a lot of shows. 4 months of shows. And I woke up this morning, and as you remember what I did yesterday, I went on a binge. I had 3 ice creams. I had a huge persimmons or Sharon fruit, and I had a persimmons and a salmon fruit, and I had a big piece of bread. It was like that big. It was quite heavy and thick. And I woke up today. I was 78.6 kilograms. A week ago or so, I was 76 kilograms. So I've gained 2 kilograms, which is about 4 pounds. I'm not interested in soccer, but my workmates, this is Vantanai says, is mad about Bournemouth and all the Nigerian docs. Docs love English football. Docs, I mean like doctors, Nigerian doctors, they love football. Yeah, football is the greatest sport in the world, I would say. English football. There's something so beautiful about this. Relegation and promotion, the localness of it, the fact you can go to games, everything. South Pacific, that's what Happy Talk Joodles points this out. Joe Sanders points it out. It's a great song. Also, Captain Sensible, the Damned song. Happy Talk, Captain Sensible of the Damned. I know one damned song. I don't know many damn songs. I know one damn songs. So that's good. And then if you go to Discord, there was a video of me taken 3 years ago when I went with my sons to New York, and that was quite good. But my son didn't sit in with me on the radio on the that podcast that I did. Do you remember He's not going to talk. that podcast that I did. So if you want to hear, after we listen to this, you could listen to this podcast of me. And I don't know whether it was good or not, but it was me. It was me. It was 3 years ago. I was a young man. I'm not a fan of Chinese Elvis. I much prefer the back catalog of Bhutanese Roger Daltrey or Papuan Cliff Richard. Okay, Paul Manning. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Football is definitely not the greatest sport in the world. Millionaires kicking a bag of wind. Yeah, so they've always been highly paid. They've always been where people, they didn't have to work. They were playing football, so they were better than the average person for 100 years. They've always made more money than the average person, and they've always had to not work, Mr. Cuff, Steve. They've always, so yeah, they make more money. Let's be American and let's love people who make more money. Speaking of money, so so I don't approve. It wasn't the New York one 3 years ago. It was the lockdown podcast from 2020. Was it the lockdown podcast from 220? No, 2020. I think it was 2022. When was it? Yes, how much? 100 years ago, they were professional. Well, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know for sure, but for 100 years ago, Steve, Mr. Cuff, they were playing football, and they were paid money for playing for 2 hours on a Sunday. Okay, and there was tremendous some people had resentment for that, Mr. McCuff. Okay, Smash It Up is the best song ever. I don't even know what that song is. I'm gonna have to listen to that song. Smash It Up. Smash It Up. I was into the punk music. Now I'm against smashing anything up. At least none of our stuff up. They're millionaires because it's the best sport. That's right. And it would be, says Alan Williams, you're totally right. And it would be totally wrong to not give them money while the richest people who own those clubs were making so much money. They're making billions, so why shouldn't the football players make tens of millions? Most of our early football teams were church-based originally. Probably they were, but they got to play on a weekend. They got into the games, and people were watching them. Why do you think I'm doing this? Because I want you to look at me. Everybody wants to be paid attention to. Am I right, Ruben? They do. They want to be paid attention to. And when they're church-based, God was even paying attention to them. No, Lewis, until the 90s when Sky came in, footballers were never professional, Lewis. They all had jobs. Hence, when they retired, they had testimonial games. All right, so they got money at the end of their career. And the fact is, they were playing football on Sunday. And people were watching them. They got to play. And I remember my son, not this one, the other one. You know, you want to get into the game. It's not like they were stealing the money. Since they are playing and people are willing to pay to watch and support the team, so be it. Yes, that's what Noam Hunter says. Yes, so be it. You know, you could say, well, Lewis, you know, you don't deserve any money from this comedy thing because you go in front of an audience without being paid. But that's not the point. I don't know what the point is. The point is that people need to be remunerated. And I'm not being too critical. I know what you mean. It's like they get paid so much money. And then maybe they're not English, whatever it is. But, you know, it's not like they're stealing the money. Okay, that's what Noam Hunter says. The whole football industry, according to Vatnai, is nuts to me. The game is okay, but the financial structure seems unsustainable. Being well paid is okay. Greed is not okay. Well, you say the football structure, Vatnai, is unsustainable, but it's continuing to going, so maybe it is sustainable. People are making money. They're selling teams. You know, maybe it's too much money. And then at some point, if it's too much, people won't go. I remember going to see the New York Mets and paying $1.30 in 1970 for games. Maybe it was 1969. We used to go to the game, £1.30. £1.30. I don't know how we got there because it cost money to take the train. Maybe we lied on the train. Liam Bream says something, which I don't know what it means. Who is Liam Bream? Anyway, it's insane, Vatnai. No other industry could be sustained like this when so much of the turnover is spent on wages. It's incredibly precarious. Yes, it is, Joodles. But who do you want to get the money? Do you want the owner of the team to get the money? Okay. Can we be nice, Liam Bream? We're not talking about how people dress. And here's the thing. If we're not going to be loving, we can't be on this stream. Okay, I shouldn't have said it that way. That didn't sound very loving. It didn't sound loving. But I'm going to make it sound loving. None of those football players would be able to play in the 1980s. Muddy pitches, heavy football, and now it's a non-contact sport. You want to know something? It is a non-contact sport, but players still get injured, and it's completely exhausting. It's completely exhausting. So you got to give those football credits, Mr. McCuff. They're incredible, incredible athletes. I would love to see you when you next do a stand-up, Lewis. Backstage pass, please. Is that a euphemism, backstage pass, Claire? What do you mean? What do you mean by backstage? I like girls who ask for the backstage pass. Okay, I'm asking you, Liam Bream, to stop talking like that. Okay? Okay, so here we go. Paul Manning says, my problem with football is that are they really balls? And what if the player only kicks it with their toe area? Maybe it could be renamed toe truncated icosahedron. That's like the size of the balls. And anyway, okay. I'll give her. Anybody wants a backstage pass, Lewis Schaffer will give you a backstage pass. I watched George Best playing against England today. Good old days. What does that mean? I thought George Best, is he dead? Didn't George Best die? Or did Paul Gascoigne die? Who died? Somebody died. One of those players died. Basketball has to be the most exhausting team sport, completely knackering. Basketball. I mean, what does that have to do with football? Clubs at the lower level struggle to survive. They are the clubs that can be the most beneficial to local communities, says Vatnai. I agree with you, but everything is struggling to survive. Inflation has killed. I was walking in East Dulwich today, and it seemed a bit dead. Things are a bit dead. So why wouldn't football? People aren't going out as much as they used to go out. Bestie died 20 years ago, Lewis. So he named an airport after him and brought out a special £5 note. Okay, that's in Northern Ireland, the £5 note. Okay, do I get any credit for knowing that he was dead? I knew who he was, and I know that he's dead. I wasn't 100% sure he's dead, because Gascoigne is sort of like a George Best, of kind of sort of similar. Like a really big, I don't know if he's a drinker. I don't know. I might get sued for libel or something. So that's my point. My point is we're talking about football, which is, I think, a great. Now, there are other sports that have incredible joys. Thank you, Joodles, for saying congratulations. Is that there are lots of sports that have a lot of joy. A lot of joy. FM Go says Lewis is our cult leader. Thank you very much. Shakespeare is also dead. Do I get credit for knowing that? Okay. Well, it made me smile, so yes, you do. Here's the point. The point is there are lots of other sports that have bring particular joy. Okay. East Dulwich is a bit dull. Yes. Yeah, I'm saying it is a bit dull. It is a bit dull. But I walked down into Peckham, and Peckham seemed busy. There was an uproar here over the cost of tickets to the Malta Netherlands match on the 9th, which is €75. Well, I don't know what the standard of living down there in Malta is. I think 75 is a lot. Is a lot to go to a Malta game versus Netherlands. Where is the stadium in Malta? Anyway, so when George Best scored, the team would high five him. Nowadays, if they score, the team leave the player covered in love bites. Well, why not? Why shouldn't they reward the player, even if you have to kiss him? They're so happy. My son always wanted that. My other son, not this one, the other one. He always wanted to go hugging the people. Let's see. Red Knight is here. Your mind is sparkling. I think he's talking to me. I appreciate that very much. The National Stadium is in Talcali. Let's see if we can find out where Talcali is. Talcali. T-A-L. Talcali. Is that how you pronounce it? In Malta? Map, National Stadium. There it is here. That's the National Stadium. I think it's on, let's see where it is. Look at there. Look at where it is. It's in right in the middle of the stadium. Beautiful. Look at how dry it. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna do this again. Are you ready, people? Are you ready? Beautiful. Look at how dry it. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna do this again. Are you ready, people? Are you ready? Beautiful. Look at how dry it. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna do this again. Are you ready, people? Are you ready? Beautiful. Look at how dry it. I'm gonna go now. There we go. I'm gonna do this again. Hold on. Are you ready, people? Are you ready? Are you ready? Can you see this? Can you see what's up there? I'm going to see where the stadium is. Hold on. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? There it is. Kill the end. Can you see this? Can you see what's up there? I'm going to see where the stadium is. Hold on. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? There it is. Kill the end. Can you see this? Can you see what's up there? I'm going to see where the stadium is. Hold on. Are you ready? There it is. Okay. Is there an echo right now? Thank you very much, Joodles, for saying that. There we go. How does this work? Whoops. There we go. There we go. Are you ready? What is this doing here? It's jumping all around. No, that's not right. Okay, can you see this? I don't think you can see. Why is it duplicating? I don't know why it's duplicating. Don't go anywhere. And we're working on the technical aspects right now. Video captures, window capture. Why is it doing what it's doing? I don't want it to do that. I want it to do window capture, video capture device. Window display camera. Done. You're looking at my own stream on a stream. Okay, which we don't want that to happen. I've got it on window capture. How does that look right now? Can you see it right now? Kermit, thank you very much. There we go. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to change the window capture to the thing I want to capture, which is, what is it called? Window title, match title. Match title, is that what it is? Is it there? Can you see that? We may be experiencing some technical. Please bear with us. Cue the lift music. Led says, "Yeah, it's not working out, but I don't care. But it's going to work out. Can we see it now? Can we see it now? I think we can see it right now. I think we can see it. Window capture. Okay. You started singing London's Burning. What is this? This is not what I wanted to see. Okay. Can you see the map? What are you trying to show us? I'm trying to show you an aerial photograph of Malta. Anybody interested? I'm trying to show the aerial photograph of Malta, which is not here. I don't know where the aerial thing of Malta is. Okay, that's right. I don't want this thing to be that. I want this. Oh, I see. Here's the National Stadium. Okay. Can you see that now? Kermit, can you see the National Stadium of Malta, which is in here somewhere? Yeah. Okay, I think I've done that. Yes. Can we see everything well done? Judel says well done. Derry, can you see it now? Third tab along. What about you, Malta? Okay, the third tab along. Okay. There it is. Where is the National Stadium? Okay, here we go. There we go. Now we've got it. Do you see the area here? That's the main city of Valletta, which isn't even the oldest city. The oldest city is up here. This is the old capital, Medina and Rabat, this area here. I mean, I just hope there's no more building going on. It's like just spreading too much. Here's the airport. You fly into the airport. You go into Malta this way. Can you see that? There's Malta. Huge fan of Malta. I've been there for a week, and I'm like, I feel like I've been there a million times because it's pretty small. I walked here. The Victoria Lines is an old fort. I walked down here. We walked up here. We've been here. So the National Stadium is on the way. Okay. Lewis Schaffer Live made me laugh. Construction is always going on. Yeah, they're building down there. It's so dense. There are no forests, but I like whatchamacallit. I like the wildness of it. Don't you like the wildness? That's not Malta. That's Tony Pandy. What is Tony Pandy? But that sounds like it could be a funny thing. Lud. It could be a funny thing. What else did I miss? Okay, is the red dot. That's the red dot. This area here. Can you see where I'm pointing to? Or maybe I've got to go here. Can you see where I'm pointing to? This area in here. This is Valletta. There's a wall here, I guess. And then we went all the way around here. Down we crossed to the Inquisitor's Palace. We took the bus all the way up here. It's just, and we were up here. We were in Magar. Beautiful. At least I thought it was beautiful. I mean, the weather's good. That's why there's all these farming stuff thing. And that's why it's so dry. And that's why. And then over here is the Victoria Lines. This thing, can you see? This was we walked along here to the military barracks up here. We walked up here, I think, to the military barracks. And then we walked down we walked all over. Take my word. We walked all over. Is there anything I'm doing it all. Mizieb. Let's go look for Mizieb. Okay, let's look for Mizieb. Mizieb, Malta. Malta map. Okay. On Google. I want a Google map. I like the Google map. Is that the Google map? Yeah, that's the Google map. What's going on? That's the Google map. That's the Google map. Let's make this a bit larger. Here we go. Where is their forest for where you are? Where is Mizieb? I just lost it. Where is there any forest anywhere? I don't think there is. Does there have to be forest everywhere? I mean, I like forests, but does it have to be? Remember, I don't think there's a forest anywhere. It looks like there's not a single area of woods. And north should there be. And north should there be. And north should there be. There's the airport, 2 directions. Malta International Airport. I mean, is this interesting to you? First of all, can you see it? It's 1.3% forest. Yeah, well, Britain used to be that way too, and now it's just amazing. Look for the Miziev Woodland Public Reserve. Okay, we're going to look for the Miziev Woodland Public Reserve. Miziev Woodland, Malta. Okay, now, there you go. There you go. Let's look for Google Map. Google Maps. Okay, here we go. Let's see where this is. Oh, I see. I see where it is. Okay. I've been there too. We went up there. I've been up there. I mean, it's really easy to go everywhere. We were up there. Where were we? We went to the beach somewhere. Up there. Up there. But that's the Woodland Reserve. Up here. Not exactly a forest, but it's a bit, it has more trees. Can you see that? Can you see where this is? We stayed in Magar, which I recommended. It was it was quiet. It was quiet and nice. Magar. And then to the north is the Woodland Reserve. This is the Woodland Reserve. Why? Why is it the Woodland? How did this happen? All right, now we've lost the whole thing. Okay. But thank you very much. We found out there is a woodland there. Every place can't be all forests. The Israeli government donated 10,000 trees in the 1950s. Well, they were making deserty type trees. Malta is beautiful. I'm a huge fan of Malta. Leave it at that. Okay, I like the event. Okay, so let's go back. Let's say goodbye to Malta for now. Okay, and go back to full screen. Okay, we're back on full screen, so you can see how great I look. Let's look at how great I look. Not as good as I used to look. Not as young. I'm 68 years old. I'm never going to be as good looking as I was. I'm never going to be. How is the sound? Can you hear me? Okay. So Lud Vatanai. I wish it was a map of Tony Pandy. That would be interesting, especially if it were a map from the 1950s showing all the railways and coal mines. Well, you asked for it. I'm going to show you a map of Tony Pandy. If that is a place, I don't even know what that is, Tony Pandy. It may be one of those made-up places. Tony Pandy. Okay. Oh, there's Tony Pandy. Oh, it's in the upper Rhondda Valley. I know where that is. There is Tony Pandy. Well, what happened in Tony Pandy? I mean, how people were able to live up there is unbelievable in these valleys, all the way up the valley, from Cardiff, and there's Caerphilly over here. Can you see all of this? Cardiff, you go up the valley to Pontypridd, whatever it's called, into Tony Pandy. It's in the upper Rhondda Valley. There you go. There you go. How there's enough flat space. You got to feel bad for those people. That isn't even an ancestral Welsh home, I don't think. I'm going to guess. I had a girlfriend who lived further up the valley did she live in Myrtle Tidful? Or where did she live? I've been up there all around. Not really. Maybe a little bit. I've been up there all around. Okay, we're full screen. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry. Let's get this thing here. Can you see me here? Can you see the map now? was from the Rhondda Valley. I was looking at the map and you guys couldn't even see. Lewis, Amanda Barry was on Vanessa this week. She is 90. She's written a book. So there is hope. She looks fab. There's hope for me, so I'm not that old. Well, 90 is only 22 years old. Yeah, well, I don't know whether I'll live till 90. I'm taking the blood pressure pills, which I'm not sure that I should take it. I'm not sure. Tony Pandy. What we talking about Tony Pandy? Marianne says, I miss the tins of Cadbury chocolate biscuits that used to end up in New York stores via Canada. Yeah. Maltese Phil. My great-granddad had a stall at the fair at the Licky End. Amanda Barry in Carry On Cleo. She was Cleo in Carry On Cleo. Okay, so she must have been maybe hot, right? Tonapandi, says Vatnai. Okay, let's go to the Licky Hills. Birmingham, donated by the Cadbury family to the people of Birmingham, even the Jewish ones. Well, there you go. Cadbury was a good neighbor, I guess. They built their own little town. What was the town called that they built? What was the town? But here's Wales. I mean, it looks amazing. There is Tonapandi. That's Cardiff. That's Tonapandi. Barry is down here, I guess. There's Barry. Tonapandi. Port Call. And then over here is Swansea, which is the second largest town. And Port Talbot. And where's Newtown, whatever it's called? They wrote that song about Newtown. What is Newport? In Newport, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Then there's the docks. Still exists, the docks. And there's the river Usk. And where does the river Usk? It goes through Newport, around Newport, into the around, past. This is the road to the bridge. No, it's the road up north. Or is it the road to the bridge? It's the road to the bridge. There's the bridge. There's Cheltenham. There's Portishead. Oh, that's where Portishead is. I thought it was the name of a band, Portishead. Here's Bristol. There's the Clifton Bridge in Bristol. Fantastic. Then here is the river. I don't know whether you guys are interested in this. I'm going to assume you're not. Okay. Anyway, I did a little South Wales tour, Lud says, for a friend last week, Vat and I must admit, I really enjoyed it. It's interesting. Other places are interesting. Wales is interesting. My dear old dad was from the Rhondda Valley. Yeah, a lot of people were. I had a girlfriend from there, but she grew up in Weston and Supermare. What is it called? Supermare? What is it called? What is Weston and Supermare called? I think Keith Allen was in Borstal, in Usk. Keith Allen, I met him once, and I don't remember much about him. I'm not far from Newtown. Turn the arrow north. Okay, let's turn the arrow north. Newport in New York. Well, I think there's a Newport in every city. What's going on here? In every city. Caroline Cooper is here. The Newport Convention was a group. We're going to mention all the Newports. There's Newport, Rhode Island, and there's Newport, California. There's lots of Newports. I think Keith Allen. Okay. Hi from Garza, says Maria Antoinette. You're here on time almost. You came in late, and I felt bad, but we were leaving, and you can't stay. Pronounced Husk. Husk, is that right, Ruben? Is that how Usk is performed? Pronounced? Oost. Pronounced. Usk. Usk. Lovely up that way. I'm a Cardi. What does that mean, from Cardiff? Is that a Cardi, Mr. Coof? You know, it's like it was, yeah, Wales was on the way to beating the English, and then they let in 1 million immigrants into the country. And then they stopped being Welsh, whatever. Maybe that's not true. Bugger, I've got to drive to the dock. Okay, you'll listen to this later. Everybody say Whatever. Don't say goodbye, but it's good to see you. It's good. It's really good to see you. Glory Box by Porterhead is a real classic. Is that the name of the band? And then there's Cardigan. I've been quite a few places. McCuff, Mr. Cuff, Steve. My first boyfriend, the stalker, smoked Newports. They were menthol cigarettes, Newports. Do you remember that? They were a huge brand. Are they still a huge? I mean, I remember they were blue. I think they were blue, if I remember correctly. Well, one was green and one was blue. I never smoked that. I've been blessed never to have smoked. Never to have smoked. The last time I drove through there, says Ludd, it had a Christmas light. Or it was a broken traffic light. I wasn't stopping to find out. That's a good joke. Lewis, play the song Stockport. That's where it's at. I'm not going to play a song. I got a letter about a band, and I forget even the name of the band. It was so obscure. I played it. Maybe you told me to play this band, and I played it a little bit. And I got a strike on me. What is the song? Who is it? Who plays that song? Lewis. Midlands Girl, says Joe Standard. I live in Portsmouth for 46 years. Well, it's like me. I'm a New York boy, and I'm living in Nunhead for 25 years. I'm still New York. You know, you can't take it out of you. You can't. Lewis, what did I eat today? Morley's. I didn't eat Morley's. Thank you, FM Ghost. Smoking, a new word, everybody. Smoking. Caroline Cooper. Brilliant. I had eggs and bacon and a sausage. And I had an Oreo. I went out. I bought an Oreo ice cream sandwich. Farley rusks. I love them. I love rusks. This show we've gotten totally chaotic. We need to maybe bring it back a little bit. A guy had a dog with no legs. He called it Woodbine and took it for a drag. Woodbine is a cigarette. Thank you, Maria Antoinetta. Oh, doctor, I'm in trouble. Well, goodness gracious me. Someone explain it to Lewis Vatanai. I explain it to me. Yeah, the packet was green and white. Tried one. It was like smoking a mint. Then I did smoke. Gave them up 20 years ago. I prefer Silk Cut or Dunhill Red. Well, that's your English. That's your English isms. Only like fancy people used to do Nunhead Red. I mean, not Nunhead, Dunhill Red or Silk Cut. Lewis, it's safe to play. Trust me. Is it? Okay, I almost do trust you, Lucy. Okay, let's go here. We'll go here and we will play. What is the song called, Lucy? What is it called? Let me see what it's called. It's called... I've got to look over here and see what it's called. Stockport. Let's see if I can find it on this thing. Stockport. Song lyrics. Frankie Vaughan, is that the thing? Frankie Vaughan from Stockport to Berlin. This is what we sing. What is the full name of the song? Who's the band? Who sings this song? Who sings this song? Lucy, I can't play it. Yeah, I played that song by Prefab Sprout, and I got a strike. It's just blocked for some territories. Okay. Oh, see, you remember that. You recommended that song. I thought you were going to say that you went down on an Oreo, Lou. I know you like them, but that's pushing it a bit too far, says Paul Manning. I practically did. It was really wrong of me. And it's not large enough, actually. Maybe it's not large enough to do damage. But what is the Stockport song, Lucy? Who sings it? I can't just... There's lots of different Stockports. Stockport, that's where it's at. What do you want me to do, Lucy? Is it a song? Is Stockport a song, or is it a place? I know it's a place. Stockport, I've been to Stockport. It's outside Manchester. I've been there. I smoke Camel Lights and Marlboro Red or Lights. I quit years back. I just smoke crack now. Okay. Well, at least crack is a drug. I mean, Marlboro is a drug too, but it just wrinkles your face. It wrinkles. Anyway, it wrinkles. Stockport has the largest brick-built structure in the world. Is that true, Alan Williams? Oreos, Lewis. That's the enemy. Yeah. That is the enemy. I had some of that today. I'm sorry, Claire. Hi, Lucy. Lucy does not want me to do anything with Stockport because she's not replying to me. She's not saying what she wants me to do with Stockport. There was a song about Newport, a parody of the New York rap song. Exactly right. Yeah. Exactly right. Lucy, what do you want me to do with the Stockport sign? You bullied me into looking it up. I looked it up, but it's on multiple listings, so you can't just let me go on this. Maltese Phil, my mother. The Marianne says, my mother. We're not talking about cigarette brands. We're not pushing cigarettes. They're not good for you. Okay? They're not bad, but they're not good for you. They are bad. You smoke too much of it. It's bad. Biscuits are the enemy. Very British. Yeah. I don't know, what is Lucy doing? Why do you recommend me to do something? And then you just leave me hanging like this. It gets me angry. Did Fred Dibna ever visit there? I don't think I've spelt his name correctly. Caroline Cooper says, Loth, is that a brand, Lothians? Okay. That is spelled... Yeah, he was tearing down old, beautiful smokestacks. Maybe they had to be torn down, but I don't believe that. Yeah, people died from smoking. Fred Dibner was a neighbor of mine in Bolton. And he climbed to the top and he took down all those buildings. Took down all the smokestacks. Very, very sad. Those smokestacks could have been... like if they were in a town like I don't know how many, if they still any smokestacks there in whatchamacallit, and what's that place called in Sheffield or Covent, whatever. It could have been like, wow, this is it's like all of those towers that were in Florence, and most of them have been torn down, but all the old towers, it was like amazing. You know what, Lucy? You're not my friend anymore. Because I've spoken to you, I'm speaking to you now, and you're ignoring me, and you can't ignore me. This is not for you to ignore me. Okay? When somebody's asking you a question, you know. I DM you the link. I don't see the DM. The DM is in Twitter. I'm not looking at Twitter. I'm looking at a computer screen and a picture there. Well, why do you think, you know what it is about Lucy? She thinks that the world completely is just about her. And that's what I find attractive. It's like whenever she's talking, she thinks the person that she's talking to knows exactly who that is. Okay? You DM'd me the link. Well, I can't do it because it's just too complicated to do. I'm not ignoring you. You're making me... Yes, because you wanted me to do something with Stockport. I didn't mention Stockport. Yes, I'm making you do the work. Say, Lewis, please do this for Stockport. Basically. I've gained 2 kilos today. I don't feel as beautiful as I felt yesterday. Or 1 kilo. 1 kilo. You know? And it's enough to affect my mood. It's enough to affect my mood. Okay. So right now, how many people are watching this crazy fakakta stream? Let's just see how many people are watching it. 34. Let's just see if that's the number. How many people have liked the stream? 20 have liked it. 37. Okay, we're doing amazing. We're doing really, really well. I think. Are we doing well? Are we doing well? Okay. I went to a Thai boxing night in Stockport. It was a good night, says Maltese Phil. Thai boxing. I went to Bologna last year, put mustard on it, and there's still a few towers left there, one of which is leaning to one side. Yes. Yeah, but there used to be lots of towers. What were the towers for? Anybody know? Extra points if you know what the towers are for. I went to Bologna last year. Okay, that's what Paul Manning says. You wrote that twice, but that was important. 2K of what? Maria Antoinetta, 2 kilos of fat. I mean, you can't really tell, but I feel better. Yes, Kermit. You are my friend, Kermit, so you cannot say that. You can't out me like that for being a bad boy. But that's what I had. I had 3 ice creams, a loaf of bread, and a persimmons or a Sharon fruit. That's Pisa, Paul. Well, I think there are quite a few leaning towers too. Caroline, the towers everywhere. If Lucy was on Instagram, I'd bet you check that, Lewis. What do you mean by that, Alan Williams? 2 kilograms of fat in one day. No, it was 1 kilogram of fat. It could have been some of it was water, but water is stored as fat. Where is the water stored? It's not sloshing around. You know, it's 1 kilogram. Basically, I weighed 77.6 grams yesterday. And today I weigh 78. So that I've gained 1 kilogram of fat. And even though I did not eat that many calories, but it was carb weight. But thank you very much. Kermit didn't out you, Lewis. You did. I know I did, but he's now reminding everybody that I was a bad boy. I was a bad boy. The towers were so knights could rescue damsels in distress from the tower. No. Thank you, John Millen. No. Were they gay ice creams? Well, all ice cream is gay. McCuff comes in because it's not 17.5, 17. 17. I'm going to do the test again. You want to all see if we can do the test? How about that? How about we all do the test? I don't want to reveal this because it asks me questions that you don't need to know. I smoke 30 cigarettes a day, Claire, and only having breast cancer made me stop. Yeah, cigarettes are bad. They are really bad. I've not been to Pisa, says Paul Manning to Caroline Cooper. I'm referring to the 2 towers of Bologna. No doubt there are towers that are leaning everywhere, but a lot of towers fell down. I used to be gay as that, but that became gayer. Is that a way you say you're gay, is by calling it that? Do a different test. You've done that one twice. Thank you, Joodles. Well, what test should I do? You can find the test. Hold on. Here's where you can find the test. Go to IDR tests. I think that's what it is. I was never 15. I was 14. I was 14. Can everybody do a favor? Can everybody like this thing? Can everybody subscribe if you can? How about Discord? After an hour, I ask. This is the ad for the thing. Discord. Go to Ko-fi and make a contribution. One contribution lasts for 30 days. Yeah. Bourdain called Whirly ice cream gay ice cream. Possibly true. Well, what test should I do? I had water retention, says Ruben. It's possible. Yeah, find IDR. They're called IDR tests. Yeah, when I was 14%. But it's just the way you answer the questions. That doesn't make you gay. Discord. Thank you, Kermit. Everybody make note of the thing. Make note of the Discord page. It's great. There's all sorts of things. People are actually using it. You're using it like this. It's fantastic. And go buy the stream a cup of coffee or 2 cups of coffee or 3. 1 cup of coffee is at $5 is about 10 pence a day. And a lot of you are here twice a day. And I'm here twice a day. So 10 pence is like nothing. Okay, I just howled at that Reuben. What did Reuben say? After 4 months of anger at water retention, it's okay that accounts for what I've added. Yes, I get angry when somebody says it's water retention because it's not really, and I still don't understand what water retention is. I've actually Googled it. I'm going to make a note. What is water retention? Can anybody explain what water retention is? What water retention is? Where is the water held? Should never end a sentence with an is. Anyway, I've never smoked simply because I don't want to end up with a mouth like a bulldog's cornhole. Okay, interesting. Soleros seemed to be the gayest when I was a kid. Yeah, because they had very little. They weren't that calorific. A Solero. What was the best ice cream cone that you had when you were a kid? I don't know. I've only eaten a few different types. A lot of them. I had a Cornetto, which I thought was quite good, but it felt a bit flat. I've had Magnums, quite a few, which I really liked. Fab lollies were pretty gay also. Yeah, lollies are gay, and a Solero was half a lolly. Marlboro. I'm not reading any brands of any cigarettes. I'll buy you a coffee if you promise not to put sugar in it. I generally don't put sugar in it. No, I do not. I do not put sugar in my coffee. I put a teaspoon of sugar in my tea occasionally, but not in my coffee. That's a good point. I did it, and okay. I did it, and all it said was, hello, sailor. Hello, sailor. What was that, hello, sailor? Have some watermelon. That'll get rid of some fluid. I don't think it will. I mean, remember, the fruit has a lot of fluid. It has sugar in it, which makes you drink a lot of fluid. And so you've got to be careful. Black Beauty was nice. Is that an ice cream, John Miller? Is that what it is? Fontenay is still here. The doc isn't ready to go. Okay, he's waiting for the phone call. Pineapple rings were amazing, but literally no one remembers them. Does any of you remember pineapple rings? Oh boy, the ice cream here is amazing. You have to come here. I'll take you to my favorite place. Let's all go. Let's all go to Malta. And when we're in Malta, we'll say, hey, we're in Malta. I'll meet you at the corner of. Hello, sailor is a gay thing to say. Says Marie Antoinetta. Yeah, hello, sailor. Hello. I used to love 2-ball screwballs, funny feet, and rum and raisin cornettos. Okay, those are 3 things I have never had. I used to love 2-ball screwballs. I don't know what that is. I do, and they were, Joe says to Lucy. They were amazing. What is it, pineapple rings? But no one remembers them. I liked, you know what I used to buy when I was young and I just didn't care? I used to buy sugary pineapples. So they used to take dried pineapples and soak them in sugar. And they were so good. They were like absolutely delicious. Okay. Yick to the pineapple rings. I like pineapple rings, any kind. Soft ice cream as a kid in Weston was amazing. Nearly all sugar, probably. Could be. You know, they didn't have the fake stuff back then. And they believed in sugar, so they put a lot of sugar in. Malta is like Cyprus in Spain. Yes, it is. You can tell by the map. It's extremely dry. And it's very deserty. It's off the coast of Sicily. It's close to Africa. It's a deserty area. Have you ever been to Richmond or Mayfair? Of course I have been. Why have you been to those places? Let's see what the weather is like. What is the weather? What is the weather in Malta in January? Okay. What's the weather like? Here we go. The weather in Malta during January is mild, sunny, and sometimes rainy, with cooler evenings. Why? While these are Malta's coldest and wettest months, they are still much warmer than your typical northern weather. Daytime's high. They hover around 60 degrees, maybe 15 degrees Celsius, dropping to around 9 to 10 degrees at night. Expect around 5 to 7 hours of sunshine per day. How many hours of sunshine do we get here in London? 1 hour of sunshine here. January is one of the wetter months with an average rainfall of about 65 to 95 millimeters spread over 13 to 17 rainy days. The rains tends to fall in heavy, short bursts rather than prolonged drizzles. So that sounds all right. 65 milliliters is about 2 inches of rain. That's not very much, 2 inches of rain in a month. It's too cold for swimming. Don't go swimming out in the ocean. And it can be a bit rainy. And then it's similar weather in February. Okay, I think that was, sorry. Sorry, I just read it to you. I didn't even play it. This is, can you see it? Can you see that right there? The January weather. Northerners, you'll need a big coat. Southerners, stay in, keep warm, or listen for the radio bulletins. It's not that cold there. It's about 60. No, it's about 50. The high is 15 degrees. What does that make it? That makes it about 62 or something. Did they say 62? I don't remember what they said. What did it say? Average daytime temperature around 15 degrees. 15 degrees Celsius is not 59 degrees. Or is it? Yes, it's around 59 degrees, about 60 degrees. It's pleasant. That sounds very pleasant. Oh, look at this. MC Scott Medical Cannabis got his name back. Why did you get your name back? My wife has left half a house in Cyprus. Her aunt has the other half and wants to sell it. Shame. We can't afford to buy her out. It's got to be better than here. Maybe not, Could be more dangerous than here. You're in an island in the middle of the Mediterranean, like so close to Turkey, right close to the Middle East. I hated the middle of brunch, but the rest was lunch. The rest was lush. I don't know what you're talking about there. Lewis, Walt Allen Williams says, you wouldn't read my joke out because it had a cigarette brands. Richmond and Mayfair are also brands. Okay, I didn't read it out. I thought those were brands. Okay? Wouldn't want to live somewhere. It pisses with rain. Wouldn't want to live somewhere. It pisses with rain. Always. Where it pisses with rain. Like Ireland or Scotland. Yeah. Well, it doesn't piss with rain here in England as much. Where does it piss with rain? It pisses with rain in New York. New York has twice as many inches of rain as it does here. Joe Sanders is here. Kerry Macker just came in. Hello, Kerry Macker. The person who made the comment about pissing with rain is Maria Antoinetta. And you live down there in Burundi, Botswana, Bolivia, Bulgaria, one of those places with a B. One of those places with a B. Okay. One of those places. The two temperatures you need to know are 1662 and 2882. They are just reversed. What does that mean? They are just reversed. 16 degrees Celsius is 62 degrees Fahrenheit, and 28 degrees is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. How are they just reversed? I don't think they're just reversed. Steer clear. No one's interested in this. 1661. Oh, I see. 1661. So you were making, okay, you were pointing 1661, like as a year, and the other one was 2882, which is reversed. Okay, I understand that now. Kermit, thank you very much. Nice numbers for Kermit. Nice numbers. Indeed, I do. It's unseasonably warm at the moment. Okay, well, you live in Botswana. Am I right, Maria Antoinetta? I forget. I actually wrote it down because I'm keeping track of all you people. Or maybe I didn't write it down. I don't think I did write it down. I don't know where you live. Tell us where you live. That's how the equation works, Lewis. From C to F, they're just two standout ones from C to F, right? So 16 degrees in Celsius or centigrade is 61 degrees in Fahrenheit. I get it, Fontenay. I get it. It wasn't hard for a smart person. All right, you're saying I didn't get it? Do you live in Gaza? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Maybe you do, but welcome if you do. Welcome if you do. Welcome. Somebody, Judas is laughing at Vatanai. I'm off to see her last now. TTFN. Thanks for the... What does TTFN mean? Talk to them from me is a phrase. Tell someone, the other person, something. Tell them from me. Talk to them from me. TTFM. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? TTFM. In fact, English too. Best just stare at the camera and pull funny faces. Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now. Okay. So it says something different because I looked it up. It doesn't say. It says talk to them from me. Let's see what the abbreviations say. Okay, let's get back on track now. TPFM, Toodle Pip for now. You must have used an M instead of an M. Okay, Lucy Van Pelt. I looked that up, Joodles. It's a different American thing. Pineapple rings were like ring-shaped chocolate ices. Pineapple ice cream covered in chocolate shell. Probably Walls or Dale Farms. Yes. I thank you, Joodles. Thank you, Lucy. I never had that when I was here. Did you write TTFM by any chance, Lewis? Yes, I did. I think I did. Ta-ta for now. That's what I thought it meant. Not the other thing. Not to tell them from me. Not that. At last, he has finished his notes and we can go. When I get there, I'll suggest to the patient he should eat raw steak and stop all of his meds. Yeah, I guess so. Lucy says, I looked that up, Joodles. It's a different American thing. Oh, I just read this thing. What did I just, sorry. Sorry, Lucy. I'm not going to read it again. But it's good. At least he has finished his, no. The show is disintegrated. It was like so good for so long. And it's just, I've been up early today. It's not a good thing to wake up early. I could have low blood pressure. Maybe I'll check my blood pressure right now. How about that? Don't go anywhere. I'm going to get my blood pressure machine. Everybody, let's go over what we need to do. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go to Twitter. Can we go to Twitter? Let's go to Twitter. Everybody, Twitter. Let's go to Discord. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? There's the blood pressure device. I'm going to put it on the table. Can you see it on the table? And we can put this over here like this. Can you see that? Okay. (160/80). Okay, possible. I doubt it. 160/80. I haven't been that low. I mean, I took it today. Let me see what it is right now. Yeah, it's probably yeah, maybe. Can you see that? No, this is. Let me just push this here, here. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay, don't talk to me. I'm checking my blood pressure. Okay, can you see what it says? 175/101 at 48 beats a minute. I'm going to do it one more time and see if I can calm down. Maybe it's pretty high. It's not unbelievably high. It's not. This is made by Omron. This is the big company that makes these things. This is the big device. Do you all have your own? I don't even know if I believe in this. That's even lower. Okay, let's see what it is now. 162 over 91 at 44 beats a minute. That's quite low. So let me I don't even have a memory on this one, but that was quite low. We'll see what this one happens. I should have photographed it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's an error. I've got to do it again. This is the last time I'm going to do it. All right, well, that's what it is. It's 161 over 96. 161 over 96 at 48 beats a minute. Can you see that? Can you see? Why is that? Let's put that over there. Let's put that over there. Let's put that over there. Okay. Can you see that? Why is that there? I don't understand why I have got to move it. I don't understand how this thing works. Can you see that? Can you see that? 161. 161 over 96. Over 96. I'm going to take a photograph of it and I'll post it up. That's pretty low. That's pretty low, but I am taking 3 blood pressure medications, maybe 4. I'm not going to say which ones. I'm not going to say 4. So I don't know. I'm doing 4. Let's put this back up here. Let's put this back up here. Okay, Lucy, I'm going back to Stockport. There's nowhere that can beat it. That's right. I tell you, Stockport. When you want me to repeat it, well, it's Stockport. It's the place for me. What song is that? I never even heard that song. I never understood. I've got my heart rate is 40 beats a minute. That's pretty low. And I'm on the radio here. I should be stressed out. I should be stressed out. This is one of the lowest ratings I've had. And I'm on the radio. It's not like, oh my God, I'm on the radio. Or whatever this thing is called. 175 over 104 is second-stage hypertension. Try putting the band around your Try putting the band, Maria Antoinetta. It's high blood pressure. What about 161 over 91? What about that? What does that mean? I mean, I've been told I've got high blood pressure forever. And so I went to the doctor last week. So, I'm paying attention to it, at least. This is what I'm doing. Plus, this is what I'm doing. All right. So, anybody have anything else to say? We're hitting the 90-minute mark soon. So I want to say goodbye to everybody. I mean, this show basically disintegrated into nothingness. It was quite good for a while. And then it disintegrated into nothingness. We've got 30 people watching. Maybe it'll come back since I stopped doing that. That was just a bit of a self-aggrandizement. I get a bit tired when I'm doing this. I think at an hour, stock. You're singing the song, Lucy Van Pelt. I'll play the song if you give me the link to the song. Or do I have to go? Do I have to go on my Twitter thing? If you guys want to reach me, you can reach me on Twitter. Look at that, something like that. Somebody sent me something. Whatever, that's really nice. That's really, really nice. You sent a link. Stockport. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay. And then we go here. We go here. And then we go back. And then we play this song.
I've traveled up and down this country, from the Pennines to Land's End. But if you ask my favorite place of all, the answer isn't hard to comprehend. I'm going back to Stockport. There's nowhere that can beat it. That's right, I tell you, Stockport. Do you want me to repeat it? Well, it's Stockport. Stockport's the place for me. The people seem to be so friendly. The houses seem to say, come in. And somehow, well, the smell of cotton seems to get there right inside your skin. I'm going back to Stockport. There's simply nowhere finer. Budge from Stockport. For the tea in China. 'Cause I'm happy there as any Cheshire cat. Stockport. That's where it's at. Stockport, I'm coming, I tell you. There's nowhere that can beat it.
Okay, am I going to get the program for that? Okay, I played it. Thank you very much, Lucy Van Pelt. I played it. Did you all see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? Okay, there we go. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. We'll see you at 10:30 tonight. Everybody, make sure you like this stream, even though the last half of the show was one of the worst that we've ever done. I don't know what happened. I just sort of lost control of what I was doing. I don't know. But we ended strong by playing that song. Can anybody ended strong by playing that song? Lucy can maybe tell us who the singer was. It sounded like Bing Crosby or something, and you saw yeah. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to go We need to go. We need to like the stream. Okay, let's like the stream. Thumbs up on the thing. Let's subscribe if we haven't subscribed. Let's go to Discord to make sure we have a Discord. Make sure you go to Lewis Schaffer. Can you see Lewis Schaffer over here on Twitter? Make sure we're all on Twitter for doing this. This first half of the show was maybe, or show, whatever, was all right, and the second half was not that great. But go over here to Lewis Schaffer at Twitter. Okay? Donate. That's what you should do. You should 10 pence a day on Ko-fi, or a bit more if you want to go to patreon.com/Lewis Schaffer. I'm not sure. Just go Lewis Schaffer. Go to paypal.com at PayPal/Lewis Schaffer. How about that? PayPal. So you got PayPal, you've got Lewis Schaffer, you've got Patreon, you've got Ko-fi, which is I think it almost seems like the easiest thing. It's really quite good. We've got Twitter, Lewis Schaffer at Twitter. How about that? We go to Twitter. We go to Discord so we can talk about this experience. Frankie Vaughan. I mean, a lot of people didn't like that song, Lucy. I mean, it's funny because it's Stockport, and I've been to Stockport, and that they didn't make it look all that great. Stockport. I don't know when that song was done. When was that song done? Well, let me find out when the song was done. Frankie Vaughan, Stockport song. Let's see what it says. Stockport song. It's not even on Wikipedia. How come it's not even on Wikipedia? Did Frankie Vaughan, who is Frankie Vaughan, but is he a famous English guy? Partly recorded at Strawberry in 1983. Ran a spoof song for Stockport contest after making disparaging remarks about the town. Oh, I see what it was. So they made disparaging remarks, and then Frankie Vaughan recorded it, it looks like. And in 1983, from the Strawberry Recording Studios. What has been recorded at the Strawberry Recording Studios? I think some famous people were recorded there at the Strawberry Recording. They've been around for That's where New Order, what was the band before New Order, what it was called? New Order was recording there. Let's just see. Strawberry Studios. Let's see who was recording it, who recorded, who. Hold on, I'm going to do this here so you guys can all look. Who recorded at Strawberry Studio Stockport? Let's see what it says. Oh my God, that's right. The Smiths Joy Division, right? Before New Order, the Stone Roses, other musicians recorded there with the Ramones, Neil Sedaka, Paul McCartney, and New Order. That's right. It was famous. Intercity Studios. Is it still there? Let's hope it's still there. Let's hope it hasn't been. Graham Gouldman. That was his local studio as an investor. And what a place to record. Seems so bleak, but that was England. The 10cc was their home studio. That's quite right. That's really interesting. Isn't that interesting? That is really, really interesting. Anyway, it was depressing as Telly Savalas' documentary on Birmingham. As depressing as Telly Savalas' documentary on Birmingham. So, thank you very much. I thought maybe you'd been there. But this was like a big song from the Daily Mail back in the day. All those new wave punk bands, Joy Division, and it was a tremendous recording place. I can imagine what it was like on the inside. I can imagine just sort of that bleak. I played a lot of joints like that in the Midlands. Just, you go in the back way, the smell of beer. It's in Stockport, which is, I guess, a part of Manchester. Is it not? Anyway, Warren Foster is here. Thanks for coming in. We're about to head off. I want to thank you for coming. Maria Antoinette, thanks for participating. You were fantastic today. MC Scott, change your name. Lucy Van Pelt, Joy Division. Yes, Joy Division. I appreciate that. I appreciate what you said there. I didn't poo-poo your top-notch content. It's just that Lucy is not a good communicator. She posts a link someplace. I don't see it. So I say, what is that link all about? You could have said, I posted it there. Here's the link. I posted it underneath or whatever. You could have done something like that. Or you could have said, let me send it to you. Now you know it's there. You could have done that. But no, you never do that with me at all. You don't communicate with me. So let's say thank you to Lucy. Let's say thank you to Alan Williams and Ron Smith and Mr. Cuff. And thank you for Ruben and Kermit. Another great job, Kermit and Lud. And we'll see you at 10:30 tonight. Let's say goodbye to Vatanai, who's a big participator in tonight's show, Paul Manning, everybody, Caroline Cooper, who else is there? Vatanai, did I say your name? Thank you very much for coming in. Joe Sanders, of course. Joe, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe. This has been great. I think this is there's been moments. I think this show, there's been moments of okay. It's not the best show. I've got to figure out what I can do for the second half of the show, because it seems like the first half, always people are very interested and involved, and maybe the second half of the show, I should do something else, speak about something else. What do you guys think to make the second half of the show better? Sometimes it ends very strong, basically, and sometimes it just drizzles away. We haven't had that many viewers for this show. We've had about 30 or something, 35 viewers. So it's not as big, and maybe I'm losing it. Maybe I'm going to go into a moment of spasm. I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Maltese Phil, thank you for all of the stuff regarding Malta. We got to see. I did test out the audio visual thing for the window capture. Right, there's a bit of window capture on the whatchamacallit, on the Strawberry Studios. So it ended strong. We ended really, really strong. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Before we go, I want you to make sure you like this thing. Just press it again to see if you like it. So you do like it. Make sure you subscribe. Most of you people who I at least see here have subscribed, but some maybe haven't. Number one, buy the stream a cup of coffee. Go to Twitter. Here's the Twitter thing. And we'll see you at 10:30. Will we see you at 10:30? I don't know. MC Scott, will we see you at 10:30? I hope we will. I hope we will. I'll regain the energy. And the late shows are always, they're good. I guess they're good. I hope they're good. Everybody, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Best show ever. This has been our best show ever. Best show ever.